never on the town and passed out.
Wild, I like this. This is good fun.
But,
Are you done with your cultural music?
Cultural Sound like my dad.
Is that
cultural
music? Niggers with attitude? Niggers with attitude?
Negroes with that attitude.
El negro with attitude. El paso.
That was a random.
El burrito. I don't know.
Burrito.
Tequila, quesadilla, fajita.
Because you're Chilean originally.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Originally,
killer.
yeah, but I converted.
Guerrero,
You
from-
converted.
Yeah. I'm actually Portuguese now.
Portuguese.
Nando's over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
That's
got
my
some-
only Portuguese reference.
Yo, he's got some Nando's.
Have you started? I don't know if you've started.
Yeah, we're away.
Oh, shit. Whoops.
How long
I
ago
didn't even
did
know.
we start?
A little bit. Not too
Ooh.
long ago.
Oh, I didn't even know. Yeah.
Was
yeah.
that when we were trashing Jews? Was it after that? Conveniently after
Just
that?
after.
Man, fucking God. Cancel culture is rampant.
It's,
Yeah, especially if you.
Everyone's just like, hey,
thing.
hold up. Wait a minute. That voice, that's a unique, beautiful sounding voice we're not used to. Who is this? Who is this man that just crept in?
Guy Williams. It's good to be here.
Oh, we should do the whole podcast to make everyone think you are Guy Williams. He is. I
Sound
mean,
anything like.
continue to be Guy Williams. Yeah.
He,
could say
he's
some
all,
shit.
I
Green
like him.
Party's
He's all good.
gay,
I like this one. Green Party's gay. I like this thing with Leo Malloy. That was pretty funny. Did you watch that?
Oh, what's that?
Oh, Leo Malloy's like this douchebag from Auckland who was running for mayor. He's this real aggressive boomer kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And like Guy Williams was sort of interviewing him as a bit trolly, but Leo was sort of trolling him. So it was one of those ones. There
Was
a
he
lot
the
going
dude who
on.
was like real anti-Māori?
Oh,
and-
he's
and-
he
That'll get your votes.
probably,
That'll
yeah.
get your
With
votes.
white
You're
Aucklanders.
stupid.
Yeah.
Was that the guy that had that billboard? It's like, put in the hour in Aotearoa. And he
Fuck, I don't know,
that-
but he's
and it was just
he
like,
owns headquarters, this big ass fancy restaurant on the viaduct or whatever,
What?
and some other shit. He's a douchebag.
Yeah.
I've seen him in real life before too at the airport.
Yeah.
He's about 3'0", but like he'll be wearing like not that nothing wrong with Ben Shaw, but you know what I mean. He's got like those small man complex, and he'd be wearing like giant heels.
why are you looking at me?
Oh.
Why are you making eye contact with me when you say that? Why? Why?
No, you're not. You're not.
Because you're just an Auckland douchebag, baby. I hate the moldy. No.
You should sing more on stage. Yeah, it's got a good voice.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Are you trying to make up for the short man's complex comment that you clearly do?
I'm gonna go home now.
Yeah.
I've alienated my hosts.
How about you fucking introduce yourself?
Dan
Fucking
Brader.
Goon.
It's good
Yeah.
to be here. I'm not
like,
Guy Williams. I'm not Leo
No,
I can't
Malloy.
stop
Yeah.
saying that after last night. Like,
Goon. It's a good word, eh?
fucking, because where I come from, Goon is Goon sack, which is
Yeah. I would
know.
call it that too.
we get the country box of wine.
Yeah, and just take it out and just
Take
have
it out.
the sack.
And what about was it scrumpy hands? You know the stupid shit we did when we were kids.
Yeah, I did a lot from Invercargill for like formative years, 9 to
We drank for
18 or
entertainment,
something. We
right?
did all that. Yeah, did all that shit.
Talking to
yeah.
someone who's born like living. I mean, we're in Palmy right now, right?
Yeah.
We did the same shit.
Yeah, it's a sort of the vibe here is kind of similar to Invercargill. It's definitely
Yeah.
a similar
There's
vibe.
some
Kind of fun.
I was going to say
goons and
way
shit.
more inbred.
Way more. I don't know. It'd be,
Way
it'd be a
more.
bit of a coin toss there.
Yeah.
Photo finish.
Yeah.
Be pretty close.
I used to do a bit on stage when I lived in Auckland and say, like, I'm from Palmerston North, the kind of place where you wear a condom to for a reunion. You know?
yeah.
Two of them.
Two of them, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's sort of a similar vibe there or whatever. They've got one strip club there, right? And I've been there obviously a few times. And, yeah,
man.
who would have thought it? Eh?
I was like, I hate put it on the tab. Usual spot.
I did a gig there, right, at the strip club,
Ooh,
and in
we
the
need to get
front
that done.
room, right, is where you do the gig. They have bands and shit, and then through the back door. There's a little back door, and there's just like a little area with the strippers.
Yeah.
And this is how budget this operation was. They were making rum and coke with like those little, the ones you get from the supermarket. And it's like the no label, like the
Oh, yeah.
no frills.
with,
No
with,
frills.
with
Yeah.
Magics.
Yeah.
Magic.
Home brain.
just like the cheapest, nastiest rum
Oh,
and
If
coke.
it's called cola, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
It's not a brand name like Pepsi or Coke.
Yeah,
no, it's
yeah.
a brand name. It's Spree.
Spree.
Cola.
This was like the no
Cool.
frills, the white one or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
it is. Yeah,
yeah.
like no frills. Yeah, and the girls were doing the drinks. They didn't have a bartender.
Yeah.
So it was just like me and a comedy mate just a few years ago, like 2018 or something. We're in the back there, and this was classic Invercargill too. One girl was hot as fuck, but she was from Auckland.
Yeah.
And the other girl, like, lovely lady, but you know what I mean? Like,
Local.
wasn't easy on the ice kind of thing. All the ears, terrible voice, but lovely person.
Wasn't
but,
easy on any of the senses. All these senses were violated.
Yeah, they were violated. But the other one was so hot, but she's from Auckland, she's just visiting. But it was just so funny because after a while they got sick of doing the money. And they were just, oh, fuck it, just, have drinks. Well, they couldn't be bothered, like, doing the till and the FPOS.
Yeah.
And so we just got all these free drinks.
I love it.
With
was
business
awesome.
transactions.
They didn't care.
Profit.
Because it was like one of their bottles of fucking rum and whatever else they had, vodka and shit. So they didn't really give a fuck.
Did they have their own silly money?
Nah, this one didn't even have, like, I don't think, it's called Divas. I don't know, like,
Divas.
naming it now. But anyways, you would have figured it out anyway. But, like, that was where they used to be. And then they moved, I forget where, they're on D Street now. And the last time I went there, it was good vibe. I went there on I don't know, maybe last year or the year before. And there was literally like this real hot chick there who wasn't working, but she was full pregnant.
Yeah.
And she told me that she'd just stopped working like the week before.
Oh.
And she would have been 8 months. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I used to work with a guy.
it's wild, eh? Like,
I won't obviously say, but like I used to work with a guy.
Yeah.
Who his thing was like about the drop.
Divas
like,
rules, by the way.
pregnant
Big up
girls.
for Divas.
Pregnant, he loved pregnant. So if a pregnant woman came into the where I work, it was retail straight out of high school,
Yeah.
and he would just be like, "Oh, look at the varicose." Look at those I bet there's colostrum just soaking up those. Like he was like really, and we're all like at first like, he's like dibs. He's like, how are you? Like
He was like real into it. He wasn't joking.
He's loved like he's like no,
That's funny. Yeah.
that's what I fucking like whack one out to.
People
Because
have
that's-
fetishes, eh? Like,
Yeah.
Can we talk
Really-
about fetishes?
You can talk about whatever you want.
You
We
can
don't.
talk about whatever you like.
But I do think there is a place in this world for a titty bar where
Pregnant?
all the women are like 60 to 18, and they're just
And
called-
pregnant?
Ah.
60,
and
80 and
they just got those long pancake boobs that come down for
Oh.
ages, and you'd have to call it hangers. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes, that's a good name.
where you go? Oh, fuck, I'm going down to hangers.
And if you remember, you're a hanger on.
yeah,
Get a card.
Yeah.
That'd be so good. Like as I get older or whatever, older chicks get more. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're still like the prime time. Girls in 25 kind of prime time in my mind, 25 to 30.
Yeah.
But at the same time, just in terms of looks and shit. But at the same time, ones that I used to, wouldn't consider, I find quite sexy now. Every now and again, I'll be, rolling around. They'll be like, chick who's 50, but she's in great shape. What I'm like, no, she still looks real sexy. And they've got that old lady, not old lady, for
She
sure.
looks like she's from an early 90s sitcom with the big hair.
yeah.
They got
like-
sort of a confidence about them because obviously they,
They got
they've had a
swag.
lot of sex because they're, and
They've
lived
been there,
a
done
bit of
that.
life. Yeah.
know what they're
Sometimes
doing.
that's really hot. You get a 25-year-old and she's all Gumby and shit, and it's not that hot, even though they look
Yeah.
good.
I'm gonna blow your mind, missionary. Oh, love. Okay.
Play my mission.
Because man, after a while, man, it's just like what will like make them go, okay, this is different. I'm pretty sure there won't be much left.
Yeah, yeah.
The other thing is,
Definitely,
it's not just like when you get someone who's a bit more mature,
Yeah,
older,
Yeah.
20-year-old.
Just say it, an old
Whatever.
bitch.
The good thing is afterwards, if you're like, I'm hungry, they'll be like, oh, I'll fix you a meal.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Whereas the young person will be like, well, order us a pizza.
Yeah,
It's
they don't
like,
have those life skills.
No, I
but
kind of
yeah.
like.
Okay.
Could you make me a lasagna?
I got a
Yeah.
I got a story for you. Like a friend of a friend of the podcast. That's as far as I'll go.
Yeah.
He likes to use it's a website for escorts called New Zealand Girls.
Oh, I've got mates who do that too.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
bit mates,
I haven't
wink,
done
wink.
it. No, I haven't done it yet. I've been with ladies of the night, as my dad calls them, but I haven't used them on that website.
It's
Yeah,
just like, but I want
Yeah.
to during
Yeah.
the day, Dad. During the day.
ladies of the day, our
But,
business people.
Yeah, now, it's an inside joke. There's an older lady out in Fielding. Her name's Crystal,
Yeah,
and
so it's a stripper name.
she's a very
too.
no. She's so she's like late 40s, early 50s sort of thing.
Yeah,
And surprise, surprise, she has by far the cheapest hourly rate, right? So, and
Yeah.
a friend of the
shouldn't laugh at
podcast,
that, but it's funny.
friend of the podcast, he was, no one was picking up the phone, so he gave Crystal a call,
Yeah,
and he rang me the next day. He's just like, yeah, times are tough, so tough. Sometimes you gotta see old bloody Crystal in Philly, and it's just like, ha, and he's like, no, I did. I'm like, what?
Oh, right.
He's just like, yeah, no, like, so it was like, I think it was $70 for an hour,
Yeah,
right?
it's not
And she did
cheap,
all the
really,
above,
yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
for
And
what
then
you get,
after
yeah.
that, like, he was just like, yeah, so I was just like, I just
Yeah.
walked down my undies into her lounge, sitting in her lazy boy, and then,
Yeah.
then she comes out, and it's just like, you hungry, love? Like, cooked him a meal, blah, 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 and blah, blah. And then he was like, it was a massive feed, like some sort of roast meal.
Awesome.
And it's like, he was like, man, I'm full. She's like,
yeah.
maybe I need to free up some space. And gave her, got on her knees, like, wasn't praying. And and I was like, fuck off, you're telling bullshit. He's like, bro, this is 2.5 hours later.
Wow.
Like, I'm like, what the
So you got 3 hours for 1 hour, yeah.
Oh, you got feed and...
It's like when the parking attendant doesn't, like, stop you from getting free
a little
parking.
bit different. Like, you got a triple banger. You got a triple shot with a 70-year-old.
That's wild,
But apparently she was a bloody good cook.
Yeah. Terrible room.
I was like asking him, like, does she have like plastic cover on her couch?
Oh,
like
Paulie walnuts and stuff.
70s like paisley wallpaper. And
oh wow.
And I'm just like, okay. He's like, I will go back. I'm like, damn.
So that must have, good food.
I'm like, it was quite dark in that room and whatnot. I was like, okay, well that's.
Sometimes when you want to, like I was talking about this on stage last night, when you want to bust a nut, you know what I mean? Like, nothing stops you.
If you're hungry enough,
I just want to, I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, and no one's picking up the phone.
If you get that certain point or whatever,
and I had a certain window of time, and
I don't think.
And then Crystal picked up after the second ring. Funny enough,
who would have thought? Yeah,
we had a clear schedule.
And a roast chicken apparently.
Really, just in the oven.
Roast meal and like a trifle and shit.
Trifle.
Good shit. And
she's digging for a tip.
And every now and then, like, he's just like, you want another go? Like,
I've never fucked a chick with grey hair. Like, I've never gone that old or whatever. Yeah. So, but I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm pretty, loose.
Open-minded?
Shit. Yeah.
You're loose.
Pretty loose or open-minded or whatever.
If she's got grey hair, bro, you just pretend it's Storm from the X-Men. Do you know what I mean?
Grey hair kind of is a turn off for me, which is weird. I don't know. Some chicks look real good with it, but I don't know. Like, it's... I don't know. It's lame. It's just a weird thing I need to get over.
In terms of TV sitcoms, hottest housewife in history.
Shit. But
okay, yeah, I can go with that.
You guys start.
Betty Rubble.
Betty Rubble.
Yeah, Betty Rubble. Wilbur can go fuck
cute.
herself.
Yeah. As a cartoon, like cute little skinny body, nice little face.
She had bigger hips.
Really
I
hips.
like big hips.
And I cannot lie.
Hannah Barbara knew how to draw them bits out. Like,
they had little short skirts. They had bare feet. I like girls' feet. So
okay. Shit, we're 12 minutes in, and we're learning a lot about the Goon over here.
Yeah,
come on. Guy Williams here, direct live on New Zealand Today.
Leah Remy on King of Queens.
Yep. Oh yeah, she's sexy. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's mine.
She was.
Yeah, that's mine.
Katie Seagal, Married with Children.
She's actually weirdly hot when you get a bit older. When I was young, I was just like, ugh, but like as a teenager. But no, she's kind of all right. Christina Applegate, though, oh my god, like 10 out of 10. Like,
is that 10 out of 10 for you?
Yeah, even now she looks fucking awesome. But back then, Kelly Bundy, like, blow all my beans.
Man,
like,
nice fucking. That's my pick too.
She's so hot. Yeah. Like
What about yourself? Maybe Roseanne Barr?
I like your sense of humour. That's not so much now.
Not so much
a bit racial now.
But
like back in the day, that show was kind of funny or whatever.
Yeah, show.
But now she sucks. But like no, I wouldn't fuck her though. But I don't know. Like it's hard to think of. Can't think of her like a TV. Oh, what about would you call her a MILF? Like, I don't know. You know, in Full House, that chick that Jesse used to go out with?
Oh, yeah, she became a mum on the show.
Yeah, she did. So
she's in jail
She
now.
was sexy. Is she? What did she... Everybody's in trouble now.
No, she went to jail. Oh, she might be out by now, but she did go to jail for...
What'd she do?
Her daughter wanted to get into college, so she bribed the college.
Oh, yeah, I remember all that.
That's a mum move. I respect that. That's a mum move.
She's just
busted and
helicoptering hard. Yeah, that's like...
And you know who that sucks for, like, the daughter?
Yeah, it's not like
I wasn't even good enough.
Yeah.
I wasn't even good enough. Like, she's
I'm
like, I
pretty
got
sure
to
the mum was
this
trying to do it
university.
incognito.
Yeah.
Blew out.
It's just a mum trying
to do, man.
Yeah, you can sort of understand it emotionally, even though morally it's dubious, whatever. Yeah. No, but no.
What about Eva Longoria, Desperate Housewives?
Oh, hell yeah. I'll tell you, this is actually, I got a quick story about her. So this is not me at my best, but, if you can't handle me at my best,
you got a story about Eva.
I didn't do anything with her, obviously. If I did, I'd
Did
be
she sit on
shouting
your
it from the
chest?
rooftops.
I'd be seats over here. Like,
no, hell no. Imagine that. That would be like, I'd never stop talking about it.
I'd
just be going through the McDonald's drive-thru. I fucked Eva Longoria 6 chicken nuggets. I'd just be like telling everyone. No, not like that. Anyway, I had a girlfriend in Melbourne.
Welcome to nice comedy show. I'm Dan Brand. I fucked Eva Longoria.
Good night. I had this girlfriend in Melbourne that I was seeing for a while, who I won't name. But anyway, I was like quite young, so I was a bit tactless. Not that I'm gained tact, but I was real tactless then. And I was breaking. I still remember this because it's just embarrassing. I was breaking up with her on a beach in Rye Beach in Melbourne, and I was one of like 50 breakups. I broke up with her. You know how you have some girls you just keep breaking up with? I kept breaking up with her, and this time I was trying to break up with her, and I was a bit hungover and real tactless. And she was just like, "Why are we breaking up? Why are we breaking up?" And I go, "Oh, look, I really like little spinner chicks, and you know, you're not a little spinner chick." And then she just kept pressing me about it. She's like, "Oh, who is it? Like, you know, who do you like?" Blah blah. And I go, "Oh, you know what I mean? There's probably some on this beach I could point to, but like celebrity." I don't know why I was telling you. I go celebrity because as if it was a good idea. I go celebrity wise, it's Eva Longoria. Like I really like her or whatever. Yeah. And then anyway, she just went on about it forever because that was like one breakup of 50 kind of thing. And whenever we'd have an argument, she would like
yelling with Spanish.
Yeah, no, fine. She would throw a woman's day at me or whatever, and she was like, "Why don't you go jerk off to Eva Longoria?" Or like, you know. So like,
if I get past this page of Selma Hayek, then
yeah, she's hot too. Like I had a
Selma Hayek from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, I've got like a couple of wee stories about South American girls too, if we want to do that. But yeah,
that's
like
my thing.
South American girls are real hot.
Yeah, I got one too.
Yeah,
we've all got some actually.
You do one, and then I can do one as well. Yeah,
and then we'll tell the stories after that.
Yeah. Come on, they're just here. They're in a shipping container. Come on. This for dark.
The beer's not going to make itself. The beer's not going to make itself.
You see that episode in The Wire? Have you guys seen The Wire? Did you watch that?
No, I've always wanted to watch it. Everyone says it's so good.
There's this real brutal episode in it when season 2 set on the shipping docks, right? And they find this big container, right? Yeah. And it stinks. Like they're like, "What's that smell?" Blah blah blah. And the shipping dock dudes figure out there's something wrong with it. Open it up. It's just all full of dead prostitutes from Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
And like they send them over and stuff. This happens in real life too. It's so horrible. Yeah. And the little breathing thing, they had like a little hole that was supposed to they could breathe through, or what have you, and it got blocked. So they it's pretty dark, twisted shit. So yeah, the point of that story was life was cruel and horrible. Point of that story is life was cruel and horrible.
Maybe get the room with an ocean view next time.
Yeah. Get the view with an ocean view. But yeah, like you do feel sorry for the ladies out there. They go through some tough times.
Fuck! Can I tell you something I learned?
Yeah, you just take it out of this hole. Let's take it out of this hole.
Take it out of it. I'm taking a big hole here.
Just before I forget this, do you know on boats, you know how they have like first class, second class, third class?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Do you know why they call it steerage?
No, why?
Because third class was down. Down around the engines and the rudders.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's what steered the boat was the engines, the propellers and the rudders.
Yeah.
And their rooms were sort of in the spaces around them, so they called it steerage. Yeah.
Whenever I think of third class, I think of Titanic and that sexy scene when they're rooting in the fucking back of the car and it's all steamy.
Yeah.
I think that was a movie when I realised I might be a bit bisexual because I was kind of like, DiCaprio is kind of cute. You know what I mean? Like I didn't, I was in denial about it, but yeah.
I think we all watched that movie and thought that. So,
maybe just a beautiful a bit more for you, human being or whatever.
I was more that I'm actually cracking a woody over a white girl.
She's so hot. She's one of my all-time favourites. She looks better with age too. She gets meaty, but it's good meat. Like it's prime rib.
Have you seen her in her and Idris Elba? I can't remember what it's called, but if you find it, her and Idris Elba did a movie where they're stuck on top of this mountain after a plane crash.
Fuck. I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen it.
It's a great flick.
She's so sexy. Yeah, like she actually looks better with age. She's got that real strong face.
I'm a fan of Idris Elba. Right?
He's cool.
They're really pushing for him to be the next
James Bond.
And he
should be the next Bond.
He was awesome in The Wire. Is that links back The Wire?
Yeah, they go. Woohoo.
Is the world ready for
He didn't find the
Bond?
container full of
Is the world ready for a black Bond?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they're going to make it a non-binary Bond.
They lost their shit over like a brown Little Mermaid recently.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah.
Doctor Who's gone female and brown now.
I
don't think you should take. I mean, the white people are on edge right now.
Yeah.
Don't take Bond away from him because that's about as white. As you can get.
Yeah.
I don't think
that'd be like having an all-black captain that's not white. New Zealand would struggle with that, wouldn't they? We've had some that haven't, but they always struggle.
Tane Randall wasn't white.
Yeah, no, but you know what I mean. Like
Tana,
Kiwis struggle. Like the worst of us. The worst Kiwis struggle with like a all-black captain that's
Define what do you mean by the worst Kiwis? Where's of us?
Just racist.
And why'd you include
Just
yourself in that?
national
You said,
voters.
Nah, I mean us as in like the pejorative as like
One
New
of
Zealand.
us,
Yeah.
one
No, I'm not like that.
Did you want a ladder to get out of that hole, or
No, you threw me in at that time. Like,
dig up, stupid?
You dig up,
you
stupid.
threw me in there. You like kicked me in.
What shoes are you wearing? I'm just wondering what the taste in your mouth is. That's all.
I got New Balance 550s today.
New Balance 550.
Guess who? Like, while we're on the topic of that
Feet.
sort of stuff, is like I don't like Jack Harlow. He's like a weak cunt who's pretending to be a black guy to make money. He sucks. So like, cannot stand that guy. Like, do you know Jack Harlow?
I don't know who that is.
It's a rapper, and if you go and you trace back his early videos, he just had a little white guy voice,
Yeah.
And now that he's like, "Hey, I'm Jack Harlow, motherfucker, I'm Jack Harlow, I'm Jack Harlow, I'm just working," and you're like, "Dude, you do not talk that way, you fucking fake cunt."
This DJ Easy Dick.
I don't like. It's quite cringe. I don't like. You can be white and you can rap for sure, like Eminem, etc., but like it has to come from an authentic place. Eminem grew up in that environment. It's totally cool. Ruddy Ra. There's another white rapper we like called Cage. He grew up in kind of a hectic environment or whatever. It makes some sense.
Eminem live, greatest concert I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'd love to see him.
That was.
The Jack Harlow's a poser.
I've never heard of him. He's not even
He
on my
sucks,
radar.
yeah.
Like,
The music's not necessarily bad, but he's just a poser. Yeah.
how's your rap game?
I can't do it. I wouldn't try.
Can't. Don't say can't.
Same.
I can't. Do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah.
I like rap a lot, but I wouldn't try and do it. I wouldn't try and embarrass myself. I like this. Yeah, going
Look,
on white rap.
It's
you
like when
the
people are just like,
streets.
I can't sing, so I don't want to sing out loud.
You know the streets English guy?
Yeah.
I can tell you now, this
Original
guy is the
part
most
material,
tone deaf
mate.
guy.
Yeah.
He's the most tone deaf guy, and he'll admit that. But
Yeah.
he sings us harder, and so he fucking should. You shouldn't have to be a.
Me, I'm tone deaf.
Oh,
I can't.
But you put emotion into it. Yeah.
No, but
I love
you
singing. I love music.
You shouldn't have to be a good singer.
Yeah, for sure. But
I mean,
you know-
anyone can
Yeah.
sing. It's just whether you should
Like,
or not.
you
Yeah.
shouldn't have to
Yeah.
be like a good rapper to
Oh
rap.
no, but I
just
mean,
wanna hear,
my talents lie elsewhere. I think. Yeah.
What's a famous like rap song that you love that you can just bust out like?
Oh.
We can confidently win, like it's on.
I
and
can't.
You confidently
You know that
just
one
bang
from
out.
Schoolboy Q that goes, "Chitty
What's
ching
next?
ching would buy anything." What's that one? And he's talking about collard greens. That's the song. That song rules. And then fucking Kendrick comes in and does a course in Spanish. That song's dope. I've forgotten it now, but me and Sarah the ex-girlfriend, used to sort of like goofily sing it to each other
Yeah.
when we were pissed because that song rules. Down with the shit. Down with the shit. Collard
Nice.
greens. I forget the
So
rest
you like
of it.
Action Bronson?
Yeah, he's cool. I like him.
He's been at AEW lately. He's gonna be
Yeah.
in Napier next month.
Is he? Oh, that'd be rad. I'd like to go to that. He's authentic. I think he's legit.
Yeah,
But yeah, you know
I like
what mean.
that show that you said when he was fat, when it was fuck that's delicious.
Oh yeah, that
That
show rolls.
Action Bronson.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
from that.
Yeah,
yeah, and with that New Zealand episode, it was real good.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
he's cool. I like trying to think if we'll stay on white rappers for a wee bit. So that is cool. And then what? Oh, I like ASAP Rock. He's fucking awesome.
His palms are
Jewish New
sweaty,
York dude.
knees weak, arms are heavy. He's vomit on a sweater already. Mum's spaghetti.
8 Mile. It's the anniversary of it.
Is it?
Yeah, he just dropped all this new merch for it and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
that's
You gotta
cool.
milk
8 Mile rules. I like 8 Mile.
Yeah, it's a good Like when a rapper like comes out of a movie, you're just like, oh no.
yeah.
Like look at every Hulk Hogan movie ever. You know, just
Oh, yeah.
Santa
No
with
holds
muscles.
barred.
Santa with muscles. I was thinking about that the other day.
Muscles,
Yeah.
Oh no. Fucking
Yeah,
right.
I've
But
only
like
seen No Holds
that's
Barred.
and
Was good, but
and
I can't
Get Rich or
remember
Die
that.
Trying. That's a goodie.
Oh yeah, that movie was decent. Yeah, the 50 Cent one.
And he's turned into like dude. Like speaking of The Wire,
Yeah.
Power.
Yeah, that show's decent. I haven't
I've
seen
actually
enough
seen
of it, but it was
clips
solid.
of it, man. Like it looks good, man.
Whenever I think of 50 Cent, even though like he's got all these big hits, I always think of many men wish death upon me. I don't cry no more. You know that one, that song rules. That was one of my favorite tracks. Yeah, it was one of my favorite tracks. Yeah, and many men wish death upon me. Yeah, that song was
So
awesome.
that's from the
First album.
Yeah, so on that
Yeah.
album there's this song called "Patiently Waiting," and it's him and Em. That's a
Towards the end of it, yeah, that album
gangster
rules. Yeah,
Empress, man.
yeah. That I remember that I got that album when I was living in Wellington, and I was in a drag cabaret. I got that when
you
I
were
was
the headline act.
fabulous Dan Brader. I got it when
Dastardly Dan. It's like something with alliteration that's really like dry. And,
Didn't even dress up. Just walked out like that.
walk out,
Cap on and
drag,
shit.
yeah. Yeah, I got
Everyone.
that.
it's
I
not
got,
really racy enough. You just like not your t-shirt.
I got it. This shows my age, right? So this mate of mine, Marty, was having a farewell party, English dude, and he was in the flat, obviously, with us. And we literally had 2 CDs that night, playing back and forth the whole night. And it was Get Rich or Die Trying, and the other one was Goodbye Yellow Brick Road from Elton John.
Great
So we
album,
just were playing those albums
Nice,
constantly because we didn't have any other CDs at the time for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I think I just
Love it.
I had a lot of CDs, but I don't think I'd had them moved up from Dunedin at that point. So I literally just had that and Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, and he didn't have anything on him. And no, he had we had 3 CDs. Sorry, and the very best of Stone Roses were the 3 CDs.
Oh, yeah.
That Stone Roses are great. I love I Want to Be Adored is awesome.
I'm
Good
an
song.
Elton John fan, man.
Elton John's cool. We kept playing.
Yeah.
Benny and the Jets.
Yeah,
that
fuck
night.
you. I was about to say that because listen, man.
It's a great song.
I need to when I think of something, I need to say it quick because you guys are stealing like my.
Oh.
Yeah, Benny and the Jets, man. Like
Yeah, the Rolls.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Did you
It's-
did you guys watch his last concert? He live streamed it on Disney Plus.
No, he's he looks
His
100 years
farewell.
old.
Oh, he is.
He doesn't look in good shape.
He did because he did that famous concert at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
So his last ever show, he's like, I'm going to go out in Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
And so he played it, but they did a live stream on Disney Plus, so you can watch it
Oh fuck!
live.
I still would have watched it. His voice is kind of shot now because he used to be able to hit all those high notes.
Yeah,
Now
he
he's
still
a bit-
can belt it out.
Now
but
he's
he
just
can't
like,
go.
yeah, like you can
It's a
barely
bit more
understand.
bluesy.
Yeah, I don't.
Do you know what I mean?
I like the old one.
Yeah.
Old style in the 70s. He was killing it. When he did, my favorite one is Leon. Is it Leon? Yeah, Leon or Levon. Levon. That one rules. It's kind of gospel-y or whatever.
I
Yeah.
remember when Eminem was at the height of his homophobe, like.
Oh yeah, he dropped
really-
the F word a lot. Faggot.
And then
yeah.
at his concert, like Stan started playing, and then Elton John disappears. He was like, and he just started doing the duet with him.
Yeah, I remember
What a
that.
coup,
Eh?
What a pickup!
Yeah, that was wild. Eh?
My tears gone cold. I'm wondering why.
Yeah, that was wild.
Oh, it's this real Elton John kind of sound.
Yeah, yeah, when he was like, in that period. Yeah, that was classic when he teamed up with Elton John. Yeah,
Man, that's that was.
you didn't see that coming. Yeah.
Nah, it was a good coup.
What do you guys think about Kanye's mental breakdown situations?
I think
keep the cameras out of his face and
Yeah,
realize
I
that
gotta leave him
he's
alone.
he's
Yeah,
got
that's
some
it.
serious mental health.
Totally. Yeah.
It's gone from you go. What the fuck's
It's not
wrong
really.
with you?
It's
to,
just
like,
laughing at someone who's struggling, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like,
I think he's
yeah.
got seriously like some sort of bad, like
He's-
deep bipolar.
He's bipolar.
Yeah.
he admits, but like it's on fucking wild mania or whatever. Like my
Yeah.
mum has it, and like
It can only be
it's
magnified
crazy.
in that sort of life too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, like
Because he's
and
so
it's-
rich and
and they're giving him this platform to just promote his
do whatever.
Like,
Sanity, yeah.
yeah,
and we're
yeah.
laughing at him. It's just like, is that what we've become in this
Yeah,
world?
I'm 100% on that angle. I'm glad you took that angle. I was about to bring it up.
It's sad, man.
That's
And I used to
it
love
sucks. Yeah.
Kanye. Like, my Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Oh, album
one
rolls.
of my
yeah.
top 5 of all time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he brought out
What's
like
the piano one with that real haunting piano? But
Yeah,
ding,
Runaway.
ding. Runaway rolls. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great song. Yeah.
I think it is sad. It is sad what he's going through, and he's kind of burning.
Oh, he's burning.
People would
every
say he's
bridge.
burning himself, but I don't think that's a fair statement because, as you know, like with bipolar,
Yeah.
he's not quite in control.
No, he's got
Like,
no control.
the bipolar's taken over.
But
Yeah.
then,
But
like, man, his music just dropped. That Yeezus album, like, it
Yeah.
was terrible. I'm like, oh, what happened? Like, even I had to jump off the Kanye train. I
Yeah,
was
some of
like,
the newer
yeah.
ones are not so good.
might be-
This is the odd song
But
here
that
and
My
there.
Dark Twisted Fantasy album.
Yeah, that one rules.
of my
I like the
favorite.
early ones too, like Graduation and
College
College
Dropout.
Dropout, and what's the one after that?
Some goodies, man.
Late
like,
Registrations earlier. Yeah, those are real cool.
We
eh?
had some duets with like.
I love that one when he's talking about making beats during the summer. You know, he's just like, dude, lock yourself in a room, make it 5 beats per day per summer. Imagine, you know, like going on about his hustle and how hard he was working. Like
was
it's
it one
like,
that was- I can't remember.
forget what song, but it's like, might be Spaceship. Spaceship's a great song. Eh? I forget who the guest
But
artist
yeah,
on that one
the whole
rules.
Kanye thing, is that what the world's come to, where we and now it's become, now everyone knows, now the cat's out of the bag, he's
Yeah.
seriously suffering, but we're
Oh
still
yeah, still
just like, hey,
yeah.
like, put cameras on his face, hey, say
yeah,
some
it's
shit.
really evil. It's
Yeah, it's
twisted,
not
eh?
on, man.
Like when they did it to Britney too, when she was having a meltdown
yeah.
and just stuck it
It's
out,
not
like
fair.
she's like shaving her head because she's going a bit
Hottest
crazy.
Britney
yeah.
Spears music video. Go.
Oh, that one with the one that was written about Timberlake, Toxic.
With the red leather?
No, I think so, but starts with she's all like sort of in the nude, and she's like, I always joke when girls are overly tanned, I kind of like it. They look a bit orange.
like a full-grown Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, she looks so orange in that, but she's got such a hot little body.
So orange.
I'd love to suck her feet. She's got
goddamn.
she's got great feet. But yeah,
I'll
she looks
go
super
for
hot
kiss
in
on the
that.
lips first, and then work my way down.
Work your way down, like
It's like, nah,
slowly.
bitch, straight
Well,
to
that's
the
your
feet.
choice. I would not, but
Yeah. It's not for everyone.
Suck her feet.
Oh, she's got great feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
What's your take on feet there, Dylan?
All right.
In terms in a sexual way.
My wife doesn't have good feet.
Doesn't
So-
she? Yeah. You get to know your
she's
wife.
the first to admit
It's
that.
a bit different to like
The,
your girlfriend or your wife.
If she had
and it's-
pristine feet, would it change? Like, it's just, I feel like you're.
Sorry, feet do nothing for me.
Yeah,
It's
so
like-
some people are neutral on
And
them,
that's cool,
or they're
like,
grossed
hey.
out. Like, so you're neutral or grossed out?
neutral.
Neutral, yeah.
I
Most
get it.
people are
Nah,
neutral.
I'm like one of those black guys in casting couch that like leaves his socks on in the scene. Like,
Oh, that's so funny when they do that in porn. Yeah.
yeah, but like it's a shaggy rug carpet, so they can't get traction. Like,
Yeah. The socks on in porn's funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I said I wanted hardwood.
The feet thing is like.
I know it's not my thing.
I remember I was like
each to their own.
21, 22, something like that. And, you're renting porn and shit when you're that age because, that's the era I'm from. And
Renting
like,
porn, nice.
yeah, back in the day, I used to get the big stack. We were talking before about United Video. They'd have dollar days, and it was for
Oh,
everything.
They had
Yeah.
dollar
And
days
I'd
for
get all the-
R18.
Yeah, I just smashed it.
Now,
the
did
one
your
in,
United Video, like every video store in Palmy,
Yeah.
did your United Video have a squeaky door to go into? I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
They always squeaky doors, man.
Yeah, or like some of them had those fucking, those doors with the little, I can't think how to explain.
Like the saloon, like the Cobb & Co logo?
Yeah. Oh, nah, that one, and then
Oh.
also the one when it's like a like a hippie type thing, like it's hanging down and beads. I couldn't get the word out. Yeah, beads.
Yeah, or the plastic strips.
Yeah.
Colourful plastic
But I
strips.
didn't give a shit by that point. I was just, whatever. And I remember like one time I got a big stack and I was like, what's this one? Pussyfooting. What's all this about? And I was looking at the back and it's
I
just all
think it's
these
in the name.
chicks
probably.
like licking their feet and doing all that shit. And I thought, well, we'll see what this is like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't into it then. And I watched it and I'm like, this is kind of turning me on. And all of a sudden I was watching all the Pussyfoot series and all the other foot stuff, and then I developed a
Now you
taste for
spend way too much time at number one shoe warehouse.
Yeah.
Where you find Brad at probably either Hannah's.
The foot things are interesting because you get so it's like a big community thing with all fetishes and stuff. So mine is really low level or whatever. I just like girls with pretty feet. It's pretty basic or
What
whatever.
are your toe rings? You're in the
Oh,
whole
I
toe-
like all that, but like, some dudes are into smells and feral shit. I don't like any of that. That's gross. Like they want a chick who's got sweaty feet, and they want her to go for a run and then like drink the sock juice, and that shit does nothing for me. It grosses me out.
Man.
Some guys are death metal with it. Like
I'm just like
I just like a
male or
pretty pair of
female
feet.
missionary scene.
just that, yeah,
Said no one ever.
yeah. And he comes and she says great, and they just go home and.
Now,
that's it.
you've been touring around doing the whole the ha-has with your comedy. Which
Yeah,
is cool.
it's
And
good
you
Fuck
fun.
all your feet. Thank God.
you're you were Wanganui last
Oh,
week,
love
which I
feet.
missed that I was crook. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
2 days ago when I was like out of my sick slumber, I looked
Yeah.
at my phone,
Yeah,
and last night when I hadn't seen you since you've been here,
yeah,
and
yeah.
the very first thing that I said to you last night, like congratulated you on the post that I read. Are you
Oh,
willing to share that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
trying
cool.
to get better at talking
think-
about
I
it. Yeah.
thought that was fucking cool.
So
of
the
you,
one
and-
about but there was two. So I did one about the bisexuality dabbling, I called it, and then I did another one just to double down because why not? About how like I've been with trans and non-binary human beings.
So what does that mean? So you've your now like sexual orientation has permanently changed to
Well, I think
bi? Like, I mean,
I call it. I never thought I would ever be saying this, but it does fit. I guess I'm pansexual. Like it's so corny.
What's pansexual?
Pansexual means you're just attracted to the person. It doesn't matter, if they've got
Gender
7 dicks
regardless.
and 10 clits, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So like,
Yeah,
I just like. It took me a while to kind of. To be fair, it's a processing thing. It takes you a while to work out what you're into, and
Yeah.
you got to experiment, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm kind of into this. So
Do you remember the days when you were just a fully fledged straight male, where like dicks and yuck, or did you ever have that actually?
I'll
dicks are-
try and explain my relationship to that because it's
Or did you
it's
just-
quite
did you literally
complicated.
Just woke up one day and be like, I want some dick.
Nah, like I don't
relate.
actually like it. I'll try and explain it. Like I don't like it in the way that you think I'm going to like it. So I don't want anything up my ass because my ass is gross and it's feral, and I've just got some weird issues with that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like a girl can put a finger in there maybe, but I wouldn't trust a dude's fingers anyway. But what I
Shit waxed and bleached, dog. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just weird with that or whatever.
Just
But
tan-
what I
just
do,
tan your
what I
eyes.
do like, what I do like is like, I like the look of like a nice big hearty dick in the background kind of thing. If you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
double teaming or whatever, and like I respect and appreciate the the beauty of it or whatever word you want to use. So there's that, but I don't want one in my ass, and I don't want to put my dick in many dudes' asses. There's some dudes who got real cute bubble butts, whatever. I probably would, but I still don't trust
many men.
their pooey asses. Like
Yeah.
it'd have to be I've done it,
yeah.
but it's got to be a certain real pretty kind of dude who takes care of that area.
Like a John Stamos from Full House.
Yeah, I don't, like he's good looking. I'd have to see
John Stamos.
if I'm fussy with it. If there was like a whole bunch of hair around there, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like
Or you're more of an Adam Levine kind of.
he's pretty too. Yeah. But they'd have to take care of that area or whatever. Like honestly,
I get what you're
I'm OCD with it. Like if there was a few hairs, I'm done. Like just hairs around ass cracks. And it's different if it's a lady hair. I don't count lady hairs. They're kind of cute. And you know what I mean?
It's a bit different, yeah.
But dudes' hairs are gnarly. So I'm really against hairy assholes, put it that way. So that makes
female
venturing, and then
I reckon
only a
if we
little
took,
bit.
But you know what? Oh, sorry, I was going
But
to say.
they can suck my dick. I've had my dick sucked by dudes. It's not as good as a chick, again, because they've got the cute little faces and stuff. But they do know what they're doing because they have the equipment.
Yeah.
So I've done that. I've sucked a couple of dicks before, and it was like mildly into it or whatever. Like, but
Where was your first dick sucking? Like how many years?
back when I was in Dunedin, and I did it once at uni or whatever.
Oh, so
like,
this ain't no new. This ain't.
Oh, well, you're in denial. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, you're in denial, or
Yeah.
you know, it takes a while to come to terms with things.
It starts
shame
off with like,
and
well, that
all
was just that one time, and we were drinking.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know what I mean? And then suddenly
It
starts-
blossoms. Yeah, I can tell you that story.
I'm with you, man. I respect that.
Yeah, I can do that quick if you want.
Yeah.
But like, basically, like I was at Dunedin, and no, I didn't have in Dunedin. I'm getting it all wrong. I went to Dunedin for university. And then I did my last year in Wellington. Of course, I experimented with that in Wellington. It's what you do. So, like, I had a little experience with that or whatever, like after a party with some, random dude that was at a bar or whatever. And also, too, I don't want to bring the mood down, but I'll just bring it up real quick. I actually got raped as well when I was in Wellington.
Aren't you going to bring the mood down?
Yeah, so we'll dodge that one. But yeah, I have been
don't
raped
dodge
by
it.
a...
We'll
What do you want to
talk
talk about? Yeah, I got raped by a dude in Wellington, which is pretty... I'll tell you that one real quick. So basically what happened was, I was out and about, blah, 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 and my mates all left, so it was quite late, It was in High Tai. There's like a bar called The Realm there.
Yeah.
And they all left or whatever, and I kept drinking, and there was this dude, he seemed friendly or whatever, and I didn't really think anything of it. It wasn't like a bisexual or gay thing. It was just hanging out with some dude, and he's like, I've got some weed. Do you want to smoke some weed in my car? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Smoking some weed in his car, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, do you want to smoke some more weed when we go back to my flat and we have some drinks? And it just seemed real bro-y, just a couple of dudes. Anyway, go back there or whatever, and then this is where I started thinking this is weird, because this old-ass dude kind of wandered in a bathrobe, and he was super camp shit, and I'm just, who's this guy? But I've always been like open-minded, and even if I'm not into that, even back then I was like never judgy and not homophobic or anything, and I was got a gay flatmate, whatever kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he was just like, you guys enjoy yourself, and he's just said it in a way, and then I'm drinking this drink, and then this is like classic date rapey type thing, and it wasn't a date obviously, but that's a good catch-all term. All of a sudden, like, I finished it, and then I had another one, and I'm like, I feel a bit,
Yeah, bit on it.
bit off.
Woozy.
Yeah. And then the next thing, I wake up, right, several hours later, in the nude in this dude's bed, and he's rubbing my back like we're a couple or something.
Yeah.
And it took me ages to process. It takes you a while. And I'm like, what's going on, bed? With this, I'm all fucked from whatever he drugged me with too. And he's just trying to act like,
like it was all good. Yeah.
And he's like, I'll make you breakfast. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you know what I mean? I flipped out or whatever, but I was actually... I was young then, so I was a bit ashamed, and I don't know, I had a lot of emotions, so I just grabbed all my stuff and I didn't even really get angry. I just panicked and left and called a taxi, and I never talked about it for ages, about 10 years, until I told my mum really drunkenly one night, crying and shit, and she didn't, that's a hard one for anyone. She didn't know what to say. She just goes, well... It's over now.
Damn.
What do you say?
Yeah,
to be fair,
exactly.
To be fair.
No right answer.
She didn't fuck it up. It's just hard to know what to say. And I've told a few people, and I told it on stage one night real randomly.
How many years ago was this, bro?
2004 or 5, around about that region.
Because you don't hide, shy away from like your feelings and your mental health status. And your depression, whatnot.
Yeah.
Was that a big step into the whole mental health?
I was kind of in denial about it then, maybe, and like my parents
was
sort
it
of
weird. Because that's
I didn't get diagnosed with depression until 2008.
Was that? Wow. There's surely got to be something.
No, 210. Yeah,
something in there that really that's massive. That's
it's hectic.
I can't
Yeah.
even,
No, it fucked me up for a while. I had a lot of anger and resentment. And,
fucking what off?
yeah.
So that happened in like early 2000s. When did you say you told your mum?
Oh, fuck. Maybe when I had a big depressive episode in 2010, the very first one I've ever had.
Yeah.
I'd probably had many ones, but a real big one.
Yeah.
And I was in Melbourne. I was breaking up with my girlfriend. It was pretty hectic. And, just a lot of stress and stuff with that. And then just realizing comedy was much harder than I thought it was going to be, like money-wise and things like that. It's a bit naive. So I had just a full, depression breakdown, couldn't leave bed and, suicidal ideation and all that fun shit. And my mum was like, I don't know what's wrong with you, but do you want me to come over? And then I was okay. And she came over for like a couple of weeks, and I was trying to break up with my girlfriend, and my girlfriend just wouldn't take it, And so she just wouldn't and I was living with her. It's a whole hectic situation and stuff. And there's one thing there's something I can talk about this, I guess, because it's highly unlikely my mum would listen. My mum actually suggested that night, she can't even remember this, but she did, she was real drunk. She suggested one of the nights she was staying that we both kill ourselves.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. I don't know why I smiled then. It's just, sometimes I'm awkward with shit like that. So
I know what you mean.
Yeah. It's fucked up, obviously. She meant well, though. Like, her perspective was like, I remember I was never going to leave my brain. She's like, let's end this pain together, was what she said. It's like pretty intense. And I was, having ideation is different to action, as you guys know. And I wasn't ready for that, and I didn't want to. I remember
wanted the turmoil and pain to end.
Yeah. So I remember that night real. Obviously, that
doesn't have to be synonymous with suicide. You just want things to stop.
Yeah, fully. Yeah. So I remember that was a similar panic moment with like the rape story. I just remember just grabbing my gear and not even saying anything to my mum. And just leaving. I wasn't angry with her. It was just so hectic,
Yeah, just wanted to escape.
Yeah, I just had to leave or whatever. And then I didn't want to go back to where my girlfriend was staying. And I slept in a train station in Flinders Street or whatever.
Luckily, it was a big enough breathe hole.
Yeah, I remember just like, you do that one when you're like half asleep, half awake, because you can't really sleep in public like that. But you know what I mean? I was just sort of nodding off. And anyway, I had some pretty bad times in Australia, not to do with comedy, just life issues.
Well, two things. First of all,
sorry,
when your mum came over, that's meant to be your support network coming over.
Yeah, she's the wrong person for it.
Yeah,
did
that just put like oil on the flames?
It didn't make it better, put it that way. And then I told my dad, obviously, and he said, he couldn't get away because of his job, and he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like, I didn't. No, actually, I did tell him the full truth.
I sense love when you talk about your dad straight away, man.
I love both of them to pieces.
Do you have a special bond with your old man? Like?
Probably stronger than my mum. Really, even though it's don't want to
not meant to measure, but
it's just because she left me a few
times. It's just your body language and tone of voice change.
Yeah,
talk about your dad.
Well, she left me a few times, and even though it was because of mental health issues and relationship issues with my dad, there is a part of you that has a resentment. I know it's shitty, but like my dad never let me down, and he might have said shitty things to me and stuff, but he's never let me down.
Yeah,
So his actions speak louder than his words. So he's always been there for me.
Yeah.
Whereas my mum, she didn't mean to.
She's doing the best she can.
Yeah, for sure. I've forgiven her now, but you get what I mean. You picked up on that really well. Like, I love them both, but
here's the cool thing, bro. Like, you talk about Melbourne 2010, you having this breakdown, you realizing comedy is harder than you thought.
Yeah.
12 years ago. So you've been doing comedy 12, that's a long time. I
started in 07, but I had some gaps. But
oh, well done, sir, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing what you love. You get to see the country. Like,
yeah, no, I like it. It's ups and downs, but like same with anything.
Yeah, good
but
for you,
it's
bro.
hectic. Hey, like, every now and again, everybody I've met who does comedy every now and again wants to quit because it's so hard. You guys might have had that as
totally.
Yeah, sometimes it's just intense. Like, even if you've got, if you've got a day job and stability, things like, partners and children and things to stabilize you.
There's still the emotional roller coaster of being a stand-up fucking comic.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, even when I had a girlfriend that had a bit more stability in a day job, it was still a roller coaster. But it's even weirder when you're by yourself, not to sort of, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing it hard. I just don't know what I mean. But you know what I mean? It's weird without I've found a support network through friends, family, but
that's very important, man.
But like a girlfriend was good for that. That person you can lean on, and
Well, how's the mental health these days? How are you?
Oh, it was pretty weird, but like,
Are you up and down at the moment? Like, are you quite volatile with your mental health, or
like I'll give you just a quick nutshell. So yesterday after that gig, I was real happy, right? Because it was like it wasn't a big crowd.
It was fun times, man.
Yeah, we had a good time.
It was
I
fun
thought I
times.
performed decent. I was happy with myself.
From the moment we got to that venue, the moment we left, it was just fun.
Yeah, it was a good gig. Everybody had fun. It was a good atmosphere. So I felt really happy, right? Now, what I should have done, and I didn't know that, I should have just gone home, watched the movie or whatever.
What did you do?
I went into town on a Saturday night by myself, which is always a tough call. But sometimes I've had good nights by myself. But last night...
Okay, we're going to put a pin in the episode right there, and we're going to put episode 2 out with Dan in a few days. So be sure to tune in and check it out, because boy, did he ever have a night in the town in Palmy. It is well worth checking it out. So big thanks to Dan, and big thanks for you as listeners. We hope you enjoyed this story, and we hope you have a wonderful week.